guys, and welcome back. I'm ready to get started on our dots. Let's make sure you have all the ingredients that we need for this project. You should have a template, and some of you have a frog, some have a lizard, and some have a dragonfly, so they're all going to be a little different. You should also have a piece of watercolor paper. You're going to have cotton swabs. You'll need a pencil. Watercolor paints should also be in your kit, and you'll need a very small container for water. I like to use a lid because for this activity you need a very shallow amount, and you really don't need a big glass. Your Q-tip's going to get lost in it, so any kind of small lid is going to be perfect. The first thing that we're going to do is trace the outline of our template, whatever your object may be, and you can lay it down on your paper, and you need to decide the placement. We don't always like to stick things right in the center. We want to add a little excitement and a little movement, so I might like to tilt mine to the side a little bit, and that's what I'm going to do for this guy. So figure out your placement, and then let's just trace the whole thing and come back. Okay guys, I've finished tracing mine now. Got a nice outline, and we're ready to get started. I want to give you a few tips about the painting with Q-tips. First, you're going to get really wet. You can roll it around, lots of water, because our watercolors are dry right now. And roll it sideways. I don't want you to roll it up and down like this because you're going to flatten the tip. And the tip is very important with the style of art that we're going to do today. So right now, while we're just getting our paint wet, roll it around sideways, rub it really nicely, and we're just going to get started. You can decide whether you're starting inside first or on the outside. I'm going to start on the inside, and I'm just going to press a dot. Let's spread these like this. And you're stippling. And at this point, we will continue colors. Maybe you've decided to do yours all in a straight line. So you could continue stippling. And after you've done maybe an entire row or a pattern that you're working on, then you'll switch to a different color. So let's finish the inside, and then we'll come back and start on our outside. Okay, I've finished stippling with the blue. I've got a nice area covered in blue. And since I'm doing my dragonfly in the cool colors, I'm going to put a couple other cool colors in here. Can you think of another cool color besides blue? We may have talked about this a little bit earlier. Green, very good, one of my favorites. And I want to talk to you a little bit about your Q-tip. As we push, you'll see your dot starts getting a little bit bigger. That's because we're flattening our tip. You can roll it on its side to puff it out again, but I think we've given you quite enough Q-tips that you could get a new one if you need to. So I'm done with the blue and this one, and I'm going to turn it over and use the other end for my green right now. So we get some lots of water. Remember how we started. Wetting our color, rolling it around sideways. And your pattern, I'm sure, is probably different than the one I've chosen. Everyone's is going to be different. That's what's so neat about art. Okay, so now I'm coming in with another cool color, and I'm staying close to what we had previously. Okay, so I'm going to fill this with green and the last cool color, which is Purple, very good. Blues and greens and purples, the colors of water, the ocean. On these hot days, I can see how the ocean is considered cool. All right, so I'm gonna give this one a rest and I'm gonna start my purple. And then since inside is gonna be cool colors, I'm gonna do my outside the warm colors. And the warm colors, I think you guys got to see in the museum. If you didn't, we have aspen trees, a Fremont Ellis painting, and it's a great example of the warm trees color against the blues in the sky. So it's a good contrast, the cool and the warm colors. Okay, so here we go with our last cool color on the inside. You can put as few or as many as you like. And then in the very end, if your pencil lines are still showing, you can erase those after it's dry. Don't try to erase while the paint is still wet. So I'm going to finish up the inside of mine. You finish the inside of yours, and then we'll get started on the outside. Okay guys, completely finished. I'm ready to start the outside. So let's wet a new Q-tip, and I'm going to start with red. Red is a very strong color. It's very bright. So my stop signs are red, so they can jump out and grab your attention. All right. And then you can decide what type of pattern you're doing in your background. But I'm going to try to do like a big circle around my dragonfly. So I'm just going to start like this. And you're going to keep doing this. I'm going to do this all the way around. Don't run on top of your dragonfly when you get to an area like this. And then when we finish with the red, or you can even do 2 rows of red. And then I'm going to use orange and yellow. Okay, so let's finish up your background and come back. I'll show you my finished piece. All right, guys, here it is. I'm very proud. I like it, and I hope you're very proud of yours. And what we really want is you to send us a picture of yours so we can see how awesome yours are. We're also going to have a digital gallery, and we can include your pictures in it. So don't forget to send us a picture of your work. I'm excited. We've still got a couple more projects.